Hi everyone, if you're new to this channel, in this series of going solo videos, I'm using the final mission of the Dragon's Gambit campaign as a test bench for different mechs, variants and weapon loadouts. This is because this mission presents a good opportunity to explore different tactics, as well as the possibility of fighting long and close range combat. Also, I am going into this battle by myself, without taking any of my Lancemates with me, so we could better assess and compare how each mech survives and performs in exactly the same kind of scenario. Hopefully, this particular video is going to be the last one of this going solo series, but also the first one in which I will be stepping into the light mech territory. Yes, I will try to complete this mission by using a single light mech. And for that purpose I've chosen my all-time favorite light mech, and perhaps the only light mech chassis which I would trust this mission to. And that mech is the Firestarter. As far as this game is concerned, the game of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, it's got actually quite a few different variants of the Firestarter. However, today we will use this FS9-A variant, and then afterwards I'd like to say a few words about other variants as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this FS9-A variant. Now this is one of the earliest variants, Star League era variant, perhaps the original model. Let's take a look at it. So originally, let me load the original loadout. So originally it comes with the two small lasers. It's got two flamers. It's got four flamers, two in the torso, two in the arms, and then it's also got two medium lasers in the arms. Now, here is the variant which I came up with, a close range variant. So, here I've just replaced everything with small lasers. Yes, I've got 8 small lasers in here in total. 4 in the torso, 4 in the arms. And then I've got 4 single hit sinks, although it's kind of an overkill because these small lasers, they generate hardly any hit. Like, look at this, it's like 0.5 points of hit, which is not a lot at all. And then, as you can see, it's a pretty basic loadout. The reason why I choose to go with small lasers, all small lasers, is because I want to have exactly the same firing rate for all the weapons. I could go with 4 small pulse lasers in the torso. The tonnage would allow me, and then use just, 2 double hit sinks instead of the single hit sinks. However, I find this unnecessary because small pulse lasers, when you look at the specs, so these are the small pulse lasers, they generate as much damage as the standard small laser. You see 3.9 points of damage, 3.9 points of damage for the small pulse lasers as well. But they just have a slightly better firing rate, which is 30 RPM versus 24 RPM. However, you also have to remember that a single small pulse laser weighs 1 ton, which is exactly the same weight as a medium laser, standard medium lasers, whereas standard small laser weighs only 0.5 tons, half a ton. So for that matter, I just decided to go ahead and use this all these small standard lasers. Then what's nice about the Firestarter, and in my opinion this feature is absolute must on all the light mechs. I believe that every single light mech should have jump jets. You see, not jump jets, but not just simply jump jets, but as you can see, the Firestarter packs 6 of them. Also, what I'd like to mention here, and I've mentioned this many times before in my previous videos, I use a jump jet mod, which you can see extends the jump jet's burn time to 10 seconds. This is because I wanted to match the burn time of the jump jets of the MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries game to the MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries and also MechWarrior 3. I've talked about this before in my Marauder 2 video. So this is what I wanna do here as well, because the original MechWarrior 5 jump jets are kind of a garbage, so I really wanted to match them to the previous MechWarrior games. It's a lot better this way, it's a lot more interesting, and by the way, this mod doesn't only apply to you, it also applies to all the enemies as well. Your enemies will be able to jump higher and to stay up in the air for a longer time as well. So it goes both sides, so it's fair in this regard. This is not cheating. This is something that I want to stress here. Anyways, so this is my loadout. Actually, you know what? Perhaps I would actually allocate the armor even a little bit more. Maybe something like this, yeah. More towards the front. Another reason why I'm not using any medium lasers is also because I wanted to max out the armor all the way in the torso and the legs. The only compromise which I've made, I shaved off 20 points off the head. Don't worry about it, it's nearly impossible to get a headshot in a Firestarter. It's a very fast and agile mech. You can't even headshot when it's moving around. You will most likely get destroyed first, either the torso or side torso, before you receive a headshot, so this is not really a concern in here. Anyways, let's go ahead and perform this armor modification. It's only one day, not a big deal. Now let's take a look at the weapon groups, because this is also kind of important. What I did, I just grouped the 4 medium lasers together in the arms and then the 4 medium lasers in the torso. Pretty straightforward, pretty basic build. Do not underestimate small lasers, the power of small lasers. A single small laser, yes, it's not gonna do much, but when you start stacking them up, it's just like machine guns. Then you get some pretty serious firepower right there. Anyways, let's go ahead and take this mech in the combat. One thing I forgot to mention. I completely forgot to upgrade this mech, but the problem is that the mission starts pretty soon. There is no time to perform any of these upgrades. I don't know what I was thinking of when I was dressing up this mech, but unfortunately I completely forgot to upgrade it. So it is what it is. Let's see if we can survive this mission. Not just by using a light mech, but also the light mech with a pretty basic and straightforward loadout and without any upgrades whatsoever. Let's see how it's gonna work. I'm pretty excited to check this out, because this is again one of my all-time favorite light mechs. So here we have to be very mindful of the tactics we use. And we have to be super careful. Because remember, we have a very, very limited amount of armor. This is the lightning. You have to move all the time.
Your task is simple. Drive out the remaining Knights of St. Cameron by any means necessary.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. It's Liberation Day. For the Combine!
For the Combine.
And all the families we've lost. And the ones that remain.
You speak like victory is inevitable. But there's one problem. You now face Alistair and the Knights of St. Cameron. The true believers will not rest until the entire Combine is liberated
Needs to
from
get
their
closer.
real oppressors.
Looks like he's lost his leg, so it may be a good idea to attack another one.
And you fight alone.
Okay, looks like I shaved off some armor.
It seems that you have a hunger to die. Don't worry, we will accommodate you.
There he goes.
Identified Knights of St.
Okay,
Cameron crossing
let's
into
go
the
back
target
to
area.
a safer location because
Unleash hell!
I don't want to attract any enemy missiles. This is my worst threat. Enemy long-range missiles. Let's be super careful with how we approach and select targets in here. Let's jump and see what's going on out there. Yeah, so there is some pretty serious fighting going on, and you see they are already trying to throw some missiles at me. I am perhaps their primary target. Hold on a second. I think they're just longbow showed up on my radar. Where was he? Where was he? That's awesome. Oh man, there is this longbow I was talking about. That's the one. Okay, so here is what we are gonna do. I am gonna start running around him like crazy. This is the carousel tactic which I used in MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, and this is something that I will be using here as well. He's almost gone. You see, never underestimate the power of a bunch of small lasers. Yes, they have shorter range, but they also can do a lot of damage. I don't like incoming missiles. This is what I don't wanna hear.
Target grasshopper.
Oops, it's kinda hard to aim while moving so fast. But as you can see, his center torso is in a bad shape and he's about to get done. There he goes. Okay, let's select another target. Looks like this grasshopper is really after me, and he can take a lot of beating. He can take a lot of beating for sure. Oops, just got hit. Ouch! Ouch! That hurts. Almost there. There he goes. Man, I already took more beating than I should have. Let's get rid of these nasty tanks. Let's take care of this guy.
New target, Mech. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
There he goes.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That's the trebuchet. I have to be very careful with how I approach him because this is a missile ball twist. But he's also got some lasers.
Incoming missile.
Ouch, ouch. Who is throwing missiles at me? I've got to finish this guy because he's pretty annoying. Okay. A good location to do that. You see, this is what a bunch of small lasers do.
Target acquired.
That's a lot of missiles. I don't wanna go there, it's too many missile carriers out there. There he goes.
Incoming missile.
Yeah, let's stay away from all the missiles. Let's try to approach things
New target
from a
Orion.
different direction. Now again, we have a pretty good speed, feels very, very fast, especially after piloting something like the Annihilator. Somebody's losing components.
Target acquired.
All units reinforced. Enemy targets inbound.
There he
Target
goes.
destroyed. Target acquired.
I don't like the fact that I am about to lose one of the arms in here. That is not nice. I already lost one small laser. Let's get rid of this missile boat.
New
Archer.
target Archer.
So I'm down to 7 small lasers now.
Incoming! More nitrates hitting the ground!
Which is good too. Which is good
While
too.
you still can.
We've come too far
Aha,
to
his
surrender
back is
now.
severely damaged. There he goes.
Target destroyed.
Okay, we have the dropship landing behind us. Let's get out here. Let's get out here for good. Oh man, and there is this catapult.
Target
Let's
acquired.
definitely get rid of him as soon as possible.
Enemy mech heavily damaged. Let's finish them off.
I would go for a second torso. Still. Okay, okay.
Enemy provinces are being torn apart.
Tracking more night units setting down, Commander.
Oh,
They're
he's going
advancing from
critical.
the back of the perimeter.
Another dropship.
Destroy them.
That's a lot. That's gonna be a lot to
Our
deal
skill
with.
in battle is unmatched.
We've already fought a war of attrition. This is nothing.
New target Victor.
Oh wow! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Target
Whoa!
acquired.
Okay, I think I can deal with this guy's assassin.
Incoming missile. Target
There he
destroyed.
goes.
New target Marauder.
This is a
Target
lot to
acquired.
deal with. This is definitely a lot. Oh! Whoa! 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 Wow! Look at this. I better get out here. I need to find a better fighting location. Took a lot of damage by this point and about to lose
Target
an arm.
acquired.
Legion reinforcements set.
Oh, poor
Stand
guy,
by.
but he's got ejected though.
It's
So
pointless.
that's friendly.
We'll bury each and every single
I am
one
going
of
to
you.
be
Even if you get
dragging
shot,
them
we'll
somewhere
come
out
and
here.
finish you off.
Because again, I am a close range
You've
mate,
lied
but
to
then
reality.
on the other hand, I
Your
don't
allies have
wanna,
abandoned you.
I don't necessarily wanna get stuck somewhere because I'm running fast.
The enemy is taking damage.
We just got the reinforcement, which is great. While they will be distracting all these mechs, I will try to shoot them in the back. try to do it. Oops. Ouch. Ouch. Almost. This guy is almost done. Hold on a second. He's turning around. I need to finish him at the back. No, that wasn't enough apparently. Okay.
Incoming missile.
Man, he's been taking a lot of
Target
beating.
destroyed.
Those missiles.
Target
I can
acquired.
evade PPCs and lasers, but man. Yeah, my arm is gone, unfortunately, so now I'm down to 6 lasers. But we can still fight.
Incoming missile.
Got stuck. See, that's what I'm afraid of. Getting stuck like this. Have to be careful
Target acquired.
where I'm going. It's about to lose his leg. There he
Target
goes.
destroyed.
Still, always keep moving. Always keep moving. Never stop. Never stop. So, I'm down to 6 lasers. 6 small lasers.
That mech is on our kill list. You know what to do.
Almost. I need to finish him in the back because his back is damaged.
Target destroyed.
There he goes.
New target Thunderbolt.
Taking heavy damage.
Target acquired.
Confirm. Enemy mech on its
Let's go
heels.
after his leg. Marauders have weak legs. I mean the armor in their default configuration. Okay, one is about to go. There he goes. One leg is gone. Let's do the second one. The second one goes.
Incoming missile.
Better shot. So, almost there, almost there. There he goes.
Target destroyed. New target Banshee. Target acquired.
He's about to go. I just need to shoot him in the back once more. He's not gonna take another hit. No, looks like he did.
Target destroyed.
Ah, okay, so yeah. Perhaps they finished him off. Now we'll need to finish off this Banshee. It's a bit harder to do it with only 6 lasers, but we can still make it. I'm sure. There goes his leg armor, almost. Okay, no more leg for him. Let's do the other one. Oops, that wasn't a good shot. Let's do the other one. Almost.
Area secure.
There he
We've
goes.
neutralized all
There he
St.
goes.
Covenant forces.
Okay,
Picking up another heat signature in the vicinity.
let's see what's going on. This is probably
You
the
all
last
refuse
wave.
to die. So be it.
Yeah,
I
it
will
is the
kill
last
you
wave.
myself.
It appears you have a hunger to die.
What I'm
Don't
gonna
worry.
do, I will
We will
try
accommodate
to
you.
drag these guys over there. I like this area a lot better. I don't wanna go into that open field and then collect all the long-range missiles. Instead, I would prefer fighting somewhere over here and use the terrain as a cover. Will they come after? Usually they do. Let's see. You see, those guys, those friendly guys, they're kind of stupid. Instead of dragging them over here into a better, more advantageous position, they just go into that open field, collect all the missiles, and get destroyed. They really should have come over here instead. Yeah, you see, they are now coming after me. They are very angry, so let's go ahead and drag them into this area. And plus we are getting some reinforcements as well. You see, one arm is lost, so I'm just down to 6 small lasers only. Let's use these friendly forces as a distraction. I will, for a moment, hide behind somewhere over here and just monitor what's going on. Once they get distracted, I will come out and attack them as well. I will try to go for the missile boats first. Yeah, here they come, you see? Here they come. This is Victor. Then there is, looks like, Orion, if I'm not mistaken, and then the main guy, I believe he pilots Awesome. Oh, and longbow, of course. Yeah, there is a longbow, of course. I will see if I can... Yeah, that's the main guy in his Awesome. So I wanna see if I can find the way of sneaking in and taking down that longbow first. That's the greatest threat. That thing does the most of the damage, so I will try to get them distracted first by these 4 friendly guys, and then I will try to find my way to that longbow. And then I will go after the Orion, because he's also got missiles, and then, you know, Awesome and Victor, we can take care of them. There is that longbow. Okay. Alright, so here I go, you see, and it's already throwing those nasty missiles. Alright, so here I come. Actually, hold on a second. You know what? It's a pretty good opportunity to get rid of this nasty Orion. He's somewhat damaged. Let's actually go after him first, because he's pretty nasty. Once I'm done with him...
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go after this longbow. That thing is pretty nasty. That's the one that destroys our guys. But in a close range he's pretty much useless. What is he gonna do with his 2 lasers? Oops, almost. Come on. Yes, there he goes. Victor is stupid. Let's, I guess, disarm. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother about disarming him. I will just go after... Maybe I should actually go after his legs, because I've got only okay, arm is damaged. Let's go after the legs, because the torso can kinda takes some a decent amount of beating. And I got to stop taking his SRMs. The leg is about to go. Okay, one leg is gone, which is nice. Let's do the second one. Well, I can also jump, you know. that was a good shot. Okay, couple more like this one, and then he's gonna be gone. Yep, almost there. Almost.
Critical hit! You got him!
Oh, looks like they finished that
Can't be
awesome.
over. It can't be over.
It's over for you.
There he
This
goes.
victory will
There he
echo
goes.
across the Combine.
I wish
Let
I
it
could
give hope
finish
to all
that
our people
awesome,
and loved
but
ones.
those
That our
friendly
homeland
forces did it
and our
for
way
me.
of life will carry on for years
Anyways,
to come.
let's see how many
Your
mechs
efforts
I
here will
killed.
soon be forgotten, Commander. We could not have prevailed here without you at our side. Tronic Prime is free.
Even though, you know,
plenty
it's
of
quite
fight
impressive
remains.
that
There
this
is no telling
mech
where the next conflict
could
may
handle
erupt.
a mission of
Return
this
to your
kind of
ship.
difficulty.
I conduct a full repair cycle.
At the same time, I am
update you on
not
the state of things.
like totally surprised about it. It's a really fantastic mech and fantastic variant. I absolutely love Firestarters. They are amazing. Alright. 21 mech kills. Wow. In a light mech. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, Firestarters, they are absolutely fantastic. You should never overlook these things. They can do a great deal of damage. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, you see these mechs? They were all legged by me. I legged all of them. That's why they show up in the salvage. Yeah. Absolutely amazing and fantastic light mech. My personal favorite. The tactic and technique which I used in this mission is pretty much the same one I've learned in MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. It worked very well there. This, you know, carousel tactic. Just running around like crazy around enemy mech targets and continuously shooting one either in the legs or some other areas. When you have all 8 lasers, you know, I've lost one arm which housed 2 small lasers. But when I had all 8 of them, the best and the quickest way is just to go after the center torso. That's like the quickest way of taking them down. But then the longest way would be, but still very efficient, not necessarily the longest, but again, depending whether enemy mech target has some damages or not, it's also good to go after the legs, which is something that I've also done, especially when I lost 2 small lasers and when I was down to 6 of them only. Yeah, but that's my perhaps my favorite build for this Firestarter. 8 small lasers. Again, never underestimate the power of small lasers when they are stacked like that, okay? Again, this is just like a machine gun. A single machine gun or a single small laser may not even get rid of a turret in a timely manner. But once you start stacking them up in pairs, or better yet, in like having 4 of them or more, then that is some serious business right there. So never underestimate this kind of firepower. The only perhaps disadvantage is the range. The range of these small lasers, 5-tier level, is somewhere around 280 meters. Small pulse lasers are even shorter than that. It's around 200 meters. That's why I kinda prefer, for the most part, the standard small lasers in this game, because they shoot farther and generate exactly the same amount of damage as small pulse lasers, yet they are lighter, weighing only half a ton, as opposed to as opposed to 1 ton of small pulse lasers. Anyways, so that is quite an impressive number. Honestly, I thought it's gonna be less than that, but man, 21 mech kills. 21 mech kills. That is a lot for a light mech. This is actually incredible. Yes, we did lose an arm, but hey, that is kind of expected given the 100 difficulty level of the mission. Single light mech, very little armor, so that is not a big deal. And small lasers are cheap and are far more ubiquitous, so that is okay. That is okay. Let's actually see what are the damages. So obviously lost an arm, and it seems like the armor is gone on one of the legs. Just lost this arm. But the good news, though, the good news is that all the repairs on the light mechs are pretty quick. Even to repair the arm, uninstall, you know, repair a structure in that leg. That is all pretty quick, like 5 days only. That's the benefit of light mechs. Any kind of like changes in configurations, like rearming, repairing is very quick as compared to other like medium, heavy, and especially assault mechs. So that's not a big of a deal. All right, so once again, this was the loadout, okay, and the armor allocation. So 8 small lasers, 4 heat sinks, and as you saw, heat wasn't even the issue there. These small lasers are pretty gold. I absolutely love this build, and this is something that I would highly recommend. The other thing that you can do, if you like experimenting, I would also recommend going for, let's say, 2 double heat sinks. Like, let's say if you have all of those, you know, double heat sinks and advanced small pulse lasers, you can also do something like this. You can load small pulse lasers in a torso. This would be another consideration, you know, mixing up standard small lasers with small pulse lasers once. That would be another interesting configuration. And then the other thing, which you know, since you see the small pulse laser weighs as much as the medium lasers, basically, another interesting thing would be to try out going after the that's a small energy slot. I was thinking about using medium lasers, but no, it's not gonna work because that's the kind of a bummer. But anyways, there are actually mods expanding the energy slots, but I used to use this one long time ago, even before I started this channel, but then I kinda stopped because it doesn't really make this game any more difficult. I mean, any more interesting, actually. But anyways, yes, so there is my take on this Firestarter variant. Now let's talk about a bit about different variants. So this, let's actually put these things away so that they don't distract us. So here are the different Firestarter variants. This FS9-A, as I've mentioned earlier in the video, this is the earlier Star League era variant. You can find this every once in a while in the industrial hubs. You can purchase them, but the way I've got this one, I received this one from the bounty hunter, that nasty sneaky guy who gathers all the intel on rival mercenaries, and sometimes after you destroy some of them, he sends you as a bonus either some weapons or even mechs sometimes. So he sent me this mech, and this is what I've learned from the from Fahad. That's what Fahad told when we've received this mech, that this is like the original Star League era variant. which eventually got phased out by the newer variants, and here is the new variant, which was basically as a replacement for this, like it was meant as a replacement for that earlier Dash A variant. So this FS9 Dash H variant is pretty much the same thing, except it replaces these two small lasers for the dual machine guns. Let's actually load the original variant, so you know what I'm talking about. So it's got 4 flamers, just like that other one, the one that I've shown, the default configuration, and 2 medium lasers. This is all the same as that other one, the original stack configuration, except here we've got machine guns. Now, here is what I've done. I've replaced the flamers with all the small lasers. I increased the amount of armor, and I also obviously upgraded all the machine guns for the 5-tier level. I absolutely love this variant. This is another one of my favorite Firestarter variants ever, because thanks to this machine gun, this this variant is a perfect tool for demolition missions. This is an excellent mech for demolition missions because machine guns are excellent at smashing and destroying all the buildings and structures. Whenever you need to do a demolition mission, this one is perfect because it runs very fast. Again, 97 kilometers per hour. You can run really fast, get into that heavily defended enemy territory, destroy all the necessary buildings there, and then you can just quickly run away for good. This is a perfect mech for that purpose. The other mech which I like for this purpose, and which appears kinda later in the campaign, this variant is not available yet as the year of 3039, but it will become available later. It's the Phoenix Hawk variant. Let me show you real quick. Where is it? Let's actually filter by the medium mechs. Is this PXH-3S variant? Absolutely fantastic mech for that purpose, because look at this. It's also got dual machine guns, just like that Firestarter. It also runs at 97 kilometers per hour. It's super fast. It's also got 6 jump jets, which is amazing. But it's also got that amazing anti-missile equipment in the arms, which eliminates a great deal of the long-range missiles, which is, by the way, something that I was really afraid of and concerned about in that mission while piloting Firestarter. That Firestarter that doesn't have this one, unfortunately. It would have greatly benefited from something like this. Anyway, so then it's got 1 PPC in my configuration. I believe the original one has a large laser, a large pulse laser actually, but I replaced it with PPC because it's got a greater range. And then it's got 2 medium lasers, and then not just that, it's also got this mask, meaning that you can even temporarily increase this speed. So that is the demolition beast right there. For demolition missions, it just doesn't get any better than that. This is absolutely amazing. But anyways, I digress. This is kind of besides the point. But if you don't have this Phoenix Hawk, because again, it is not yet available in the year of 3039, because that collection was important from the career which I've stopped playing in the year of 3049. So I am not using this mech for that reason in here, because simply it's just, you know, historically it's not available yet, that variant of the Phoenix Hawk. But anyways, I kind of still digress. Before you can get a hold of that Phoenix Hawk, your first choice for those kinds of missions should be this Firestarter, and I will make a video one day I should probably make a video of how this mech works in those kind of situations to show you what I mean. Yeah, so it's absolutely fantastic for this purpose, unless you just wanna, you know, take 4 atlases on a demolition mission and not just demolish the building, but if you wanna destroy all of those enemy mechs there as well to grab some salvage, so that would be another useful tactic as well. Nothing wrong about it. It can work very well too. But anyways, if you wanna go there by yourself, and especially if you're early in your career, if you don't have a lot of Lancemates, let's say, or a lot of mechs, this FS9-8 is an excellent tool for those kinds of jobs. Then there is also this FS9-K variant. This is perhaps my least favorite variant because it's got only 4 small lasers and 1 large laser. Hold on a second, let's load the original loadout. Yeah, so this is the original loadout. It comes with the 2 flamers and then the 2 small lasers. This is my least favorite because due to this large laser, it can run somewhat hot. It does generate a great deal of heat. And this single double heatsink is barely enough to cool it down. I like that older -A variant better, the one that I've shown you. I would prefer having 8 small lasers than, you know, than this one large laser instead of, yeah, I would, in this case, I would trade those 4 small lasers, 4 additional small lasers for this one large laser. Yeah, it's got a better range, but a single large laser isn't gonna be enough to destroy an enemy mech target. It's got an inferior firing rate. They are good for other purposes. They are good in assault mechs, in heavy mechs. Yes, they are very useful. I love large lasers, but not in this chassis. Just not in this chassis. This is the light mech. I would prefer lighter weapons here as well, for that matter. Alright, now let's go ahead and quickly review a couple of these hero variants. Now, hero variants, again, I don't want to repeat myself. I've talked a lot about the way I view the hero mechs concept in general in my other video of this series, where I've demonstrated the hero archer and hero marauder BH. Please check that video out. In short, I don't like this hero concept of this game of MechWarrior 5 mercenaries. Instead of hero mechs, I would prefer having more possibilities of configuring mechs to a greater extent than this game allows us. I've talked a lot about it before in that video. Please check that video instead, because I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is. Let's, for that matter, you know, let's just quickly take a look at these variants in here. This FS9-E hero comes with 4 machine guns, which may be even better for those demolition missions, and comes with 4 flamers. Let's see what was the original loadout. Yeah, that's pretty much the original loadout that I've got in here. Except maybe perhaps instead of these flamers, I would maybe go for small pulse lasers, since the damage allowed. This is something that I would go instead. Yeah, not sure why I use those flamers, But anyways, then there is also FS9-FS, another hero variant. Another one with the 4 machine guns, except they are all allocated into the arms. And then, unlike that other hero, this one has got this as a medium energy slots, 2 medium energy slots, and the 2 small laser slots. Let's actually see what was the original loadout. Yeah, that was the original loadout. It's got flamers instead of small lasers. This is how I configured it. But anyways, that's another hero there for you. Alright, now, also, as you may have noted, every single Firestarter variant, this is something that I want to discuss here as well. Every single Firestarter variant by default comes with a certain number of flamers. Either 2 flamers or 4 flamers, and that perhaps what its name derives from. It burns things. This is the Firestarter, so it's always got some amount of flamers. Typically, as you may have noticed, I like replacing flamers with small lasers instead. Why is that? Well, the reason is that the flamers of the MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries game, I find them to be somewhat inefficient, because here is the thing. The first MechWarrior game ever which I've played many years ago was MechWarrior 2. The clans, the one that was originally released like somewhere in 1995 or 1996, but for the first time I played it was somewhere around 97 or 98, back when I was a kid. And then a few years ago I sort of rediscovered MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. And in both of those games, the original MechWarrior 5 and MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, flamers were a completely different weapon than it is in MechWarrior 5. It performs very, very differently. What flamer in MechWarrior 2 did, it was basically shooting out some kind of flammable sticky substance which was sticking to enemy mech targets while burning and causing a lot of heat, generating a lot of heat and causing a thermal shutdown very often. It was a pretty scary and devastating weapon for that matter, a runaway weapon. Very, very scary and very nasty weapon in there, the flamers in MechWarrior 2. And when I was using them, it even a couple of times it's virtually saved my life in combat, in both in the clan mechs and then also inner sphere mechs of the MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries game. Now, in MechWarrior 5, this is a completely different thing. What flamers do here, they are basically continuously shooting out a flame. A flame, continuous flame, sort of like a machine gun. It's got a very short range in here, and what I find is that that flame is just kinda useless against mech targets. It causes a very, very little minute damage to enemy mechs, and then when enemies are using flamers on me, I don't particularly notice any kind of damage as well. It doesn't even hit me up, it doesn't even generate me any hit. So it's kind of a joke for that matter. The only time when I find flamers to be somewhat useful is that they seem to be somewhat efficient when you're using them against buildings and structures, especially on demolition missions. So in those scenarios, I guess they should. They could be somewhat useful, but against enemy mechs, they just hardly do anything. Hardly do anything. Yet a single flamer weighs the whole ton. It weighs 1 ton, as much as the pulse laser, while a small laser, standard small laser, weighs only half a ton. So flamers here just don't make much sense to me, to be honest. That is why most of the time I prefer swapping them for either small lasers or small pulse lasers, if that is a small energy slot. Well, anyways, I guess this is it for this video. These Firestarters, they are amazing. I absolutely love these 2 variants. These are 2 my favorite conventional variants, FS9-A and FS9-8 for demolition missions. Then there are these 2 hero variants with a really nice loadout. However, I don't use hero mechs all that often in this game. Simply because they are apocryphal, and I've talked about it a lot in my previous videos. I just try to avoid using them as much as I can, and instead I just focus mostly on the conventional variants of all the mechs. Alright, well, I guess this is it for this video and for this series as well. This is perhaps my final video of this going solo series. I don't really see the point anymore in exploring other mechs in this collection. I've explored all the main mechs within the assault mech category, pretty much every single chassis except for the Night Star, but I've done 3 videos of 3 different loadouts of the Night Star previously in other instances. Please check out those videos. It's called the Night Star Trilogy series. Other than that, I've explored every single assault mech chassis in this series as well. Then I've explored quite a few heavy mechs, not every chassis, but most of the important ones, which I believe the my favorite ones, at least, or the ones that I like. Then I've explored a few medium mechs, the ones that I liked. Not every medium mech chassis, because I am not even going to explore every medium mech chassis that I've got in here. It's kinda pointless. I've only explored the most important ones, because other ones, like the ones that I haven't explored, like let's say like Griffons or Shadowhawks, or maybe even Enforcers, even though I do like Enforcers, the reason why I haven't explored a lot of medium mechs is because most of the time they are just not quite adequate for this kind of mission. Either they don't have enough of speed, or they don't have an adequate armor, or they don't have an adequate firepower. So it doesn't even make sense to waste time on something that I don't believe in. And then the light mechs, as I've mentioned, Firestarter is pretty much the only light mech which I could trust this mission to. These things, I am not sure about them. I don't think I would go for any of the other ones, especially, you know, the spiders or like Panther, which walks only 64 kilometers per hour. They may be fine for some other missions, but not this one. So for that matter, I think this is pretty much it. It's pretty much it for this series. I suppose this is the final mission, final video related to this mission, the last one of this going solo series. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you've learned something, and as always, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks again for watching and for your support, and I guess until the next video. I'm not sure what I am gonna do next, but we'll see. Have a nice day.